Eala now practicing in Auckland ahead of Australian swing. Manila, Filipino tennis standout Alexandra Eala has arrived in Auckland, New Zealand to begin preparations for the WTA 250 ASB Classic, scheduled from January 5th to 11th. Eala was seen practicing on court, with coach Joan Bosch by her side sharing photos of her training sessions on Instagram as she continues her build-up to the new season. The ASB Classic serves as one of the key lead-up tournaments to the Australian Open, with Eala using the Auckland event as part of her early January schedule before heading to Melbourne for the Kooyong Classic later this month. The draw for the tournament has yet to be announced publicly. According to the Women's Tennis Association (WTA) website, the list of players set to compete in Auckland is subject to change. The current projected field includes several top-ranked players on the women's tour. Among those listed are world number 14 Elina Svitolina, world number 15 Emma Navarro, world number 35 Iva Jovic, world number 54 Magda Linette, world number 56 Janice Jen, world number 57 Sinyu Wong, world number 63 Peyton Stearns, world number 68 Sone Cardle, and world number 69 Donna Vekic. Danish tennis star Clara Tauson is the reigning champion of the ASB Classic, having won the title in 2025. Following her stint in Auckland, Eala is set to make her debut at the Kooyong Classic from January 13th to 15th at the Kooyong Lawn Tennis Club in Melbourne, held a week before the Australian Open. The air in Auckland carries a quiet kind of promise. It rolls in from the Tasman Sea and the Pacific, salt-light and restless, the kind of air that reminds an athlete that the world is wide and the season long. On a hard court tucked beneath a pale blue sky, Eala moves through her morning session with the calm focus of someone who understands both time and timing. This is not a destination, it is a threshold. Ahead lies the Australian swing, with its heat, noise, and unforgiving tempo. Here, in New Zealand, there is space to prepare, to sharpen, to listen, to believe. Her footwork sketches clean lines on the court. Each step is deliberate, a conversation between balance and intention. The ball meets the strings with a sound that is neither loud nor timid, but certain. Practice is where certainty is built. Auckland offers a rhythm that suits her. Cool mornings, steady afternoons, a city that hums without shouting. In this space, Alex refines the details that don't always make headlines. The first step after the split, the patience to build a point, the discipline to repeat a drill long after fatigue has knocked. Eala's journey has never been a straight line. It has been a map of oceans crossed early, of cultures learned through sport, of courts that feel like home only after sweat has soaked into the surface. The Australian swing demands resilience, back-to-back matches, shifting conditions, opponents who punish hesitation. Preparing for it is as much mental as physical. In Auckland, she rehearses composure. When a forehand flies long, she breathes, resets, and returns to the pattern. When a rally stretches, she leans into it, trusting her legs and the work done months before. There is a quiet power in watching an athlete practice without an audience. No applause, no camera angles, just the honest exchange between effort and improvement. Alex's serve toss climbs into the sky like a question. The answer comes in the snap of her wrist and the measured landing of her feet. She experiments with placement, with spin, with the courage to miss in practice, so she can be fearless in matches. Auckland, with its forgiving weather and grounded pace, becomes a laboratory for confidence. The Australian swing is famous for its extremes. The sun can be merciless, the crowds can be loud and loyal. Matches can turn on a single loose game. Alex knows this. She has felt the momentum swings before, the sudden roar that can lift or unsettle. In Auckland, she practices blocking out noise, not by avoiding it, but by replacing it with intention. She visualizes points played under pressure. She imagines the heat and the bounce, the long rallies that demand legs and lungs. Visualization is another kind of training, and she treats it with the same seriousness as sprints and shadow swings. What stands out most is her relationship with time. Alex does not rush. She understands that growth is cumulative, that today's repetition is tomorrow's instinct. Between drills, she listens, really listens, to feedback. Adjustments are made in inches, not leaps. The margin between winning and losing at the highest level is narrow, and she respects it. Each session in Auckland is a brick laid carefully, knowing that the structure must hold when the Australian sun tests it. Beyond the baseline, there's a lightness to her presence, a smile after a good sequence, a nod of acknowledgement after a tough drill. This balance between intensity and joy is part of her identity as a player. Tennis can be isolating, especially on tour, but Alex carries with her a sense of purpose that anchors her. The Australian swing is not just a set of tournaments. It is a chapter in a longer story she is writing with patience. As the days pass, Auckland becomes a companion in preparation. The city's harbors reflect the sky in shifting shades of blue, reminding her that conditions change and adaptability matters. She trains through breezes that nudge the ball unpredictably, sharpening her feel. She finishes sessions tired but satisfied, the good kind of tired that signals honest work. Recovery becomes ritual, stretching, hydration, quiet moments to let the body absorb the load. There is something poetic about preparing for Australia in New Zealand. Two lands, close yet distinct, linked by water and competition. For Alex, the transition feels symbolic. She stands on the edge of a new phase, grounded by the work done away from the spotlight. Auckland offers her a place to gather herself before stepping into the blaze of the Australian swing. When the time comes to pack her bags, she will carry more than rackets and shoes. She will carry the memory of early mornings and steady afternoons, of corrections made and confidence earned. She will carry the understanding that preparation is an act of faith, faith in process, in discipline, in the quiet hours that no one sees.